reasons that we've dominated the captives among the 50 states is that this is a highly technical, regulated field, and they meet obstacles in other states that we're able to correct more quickly than other states are able to respond. So I really think the answer is that whether it's through legislation or rule, we are in a partnership with the captives that allow them to continue to evolve, build more captives, and continue to have a huge financial benefit to their companies when they domicile their captives in Vermont. And you know, everyone has their secret mix to economic success and jobs. Vermont has just been very smart about working with the industry to adapt, to change, and to keep ahead of the other states.
Does this mean that Vermont has fewer regulations than other states?
It doesn't mean that we have fewer regulations. It means that our regulators work very closely with the industry to figure out what works, what doesn't, and we don't put unnecessary obstacles in their way.
What about the fees that are associated with these companies? Are they lower than other states?
I don't think our fees are probably lower. I think that because Vermont has a reputation for being flexible, being nimble, and constantly evolving the captives industry, the folks like Eric feel like this is a good place to be located. Frankly, I think the fees are not on the top of their list of their concerns. Their concern is that they have a captive that is going to meet the needs of their companies, and that they're working with a state that isn't going to, that's going to continue to evolve with them to keep this a place where the captives will flourish.
We talk to many companies. The captive industry used to be very much an industry for the Fortune 1000. As economies of scale have changed, it's now much more of a sort of a smaller and mid-market, so we're talking to more companies than we ever have before. This is an industry that we've been successful because we have high regulation. We have, if you do your homework on Vermont, we have the reputation as the gold standard of domiciles. We did not do that by cutting corners or having costs that were too low. We did that by having high regulation, and the companies that choose to come here appreciate that. When someone sets up a captive, they're putting their own capital at risk, and they want to do that in a jurisdiction that's going to look out for them and their shareholders, and that's why we've been successful in Vermont.
This is an industry that likes regulation, that wants us to get regulation right, so that when they invest in their captive, they can actually meet the promises that they've made. Regulation can be good.